Alrighty then, welcome back to Mostly Moist, the oxygen not included playthrough, where things are taking a turn. Not sure if it's a good turn, bad turn, just a turn. So I've had a quick check on the food. The food's alright, it's because the meals take up less space than the raw food. So things like fried mushroom are okay. We do have an oxygen problem, so we do need to deal with that. And that's what we're going to primarily start with. You can see I've put a few sweep orders in. The first thing I'm going to do is we are going to have another couple of hydrogen generators, because they are the thing that we desperately need. And we need to hook them up to the power. So what's this made of? Gold. It doesn't need to be that hot. Iron will be fine. Hook them up to the power, which is great. We also then need to get this pipe here, because that's where we desperately need to get rid of some of this. So it can come down like this. And in there, it'll share it. Oh, it was just all done. Was that done in sandstone again? It's my mistake. Yeah. I don't want sandstone because it'll take them a while to find the sandstone. So let's just get some granite, which they must have kicking about somewhere. So that'll go to here, then down there, then down there and into there. And this will go into there. And then we want a gas bridge, which will go this way and this way. Grid. That should all obviously be done ASAP, because we need to be able to get this built. So that'll do to there. That, in fact, all of this, just do it all at a 9. The sweep doesn't need to happen at a 9, but if it does, it does. But in the meantime, we're not getting any oxygen made. I also then need to, while I think about it, let's just go to automation, because we want this on the same wire as that, so that automation happens. So they're controlled by everything else, because we don't want to, once the batteries are full, we don't want to burn off the hydrogen. However, we do have quite the excess of hydrogen. This will probably all be hydrogen, but we don't know that. So we only know it's hydrogen from this point. But we need these to not be blocked. So we need to possibly store some additional hydrogen somewhere. And I don't quite know what to do about that, because otherwise these can't run. We need to get the hydrogen out of these areas, because these are rammed full, and we're not getting any oxygen made because the pipes are blocked. So they just can't get, you see, that's not hydrogen going through there. And that's trying to do this, which is probably going to be... This is probably nearly overpressure, you see, that's the trouble. Can we have a high pressure vent? No? Yeah. Overpressure is 20 kilos. This just needs plastic, right? Yeah. I think we'll make... Okay, this... Can they get to that? Yes. Okay, we're going to deconstruct that as a 9. Okay, let's get the game sped up. And then we will build a high pressure vent. Yeah, lead's fine. Like that. And then make that a 9 as well, please. Yeah. Then they'll build all these things. Over here, I have realised that this is just too much space to fill up, whereas this is quite hot here. So what I've decided... Oh, the vent's now working again. I've decided that we're going to go back in here, and we're going to just reduce this down to this size and be done with it. I have regrets that I hadn't done that before, but such is life. So what we're going to do, we're going to have yet another moving of things. So that's going to go, yeah, let's make 7 for the new things. To there, that's great. Then we're going to need this as a pipe to go to there. And then the power is already here, so that can go to there. That's great. Yeah, that'll be building on that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to deconstruct this. There's an 8, that's fine. And then the automation wire, this one, yeah, we're going to go here. Lovely automation wire is going to go down here to that, like that. And then we're going to deconstruct that, like that. Normal wire, we don't need to deconstruct that because that will get out of the way. This we can deconstruct. Come on, game, you can do it. There we go. That's great. What priorities have we got on these? Let's just make this all a 7. That's not quite as important as everything else, but that's okay. These are all being built as an 8. I think that's because we're trying to get... so, in the meantime, sorry, just at the end of the last episode, so I didn't forget, I did do a load of dig orders and things to get hold of quite a lot of our slime. For some reason, it hasn't remembered some of the other things I did. Maybe I didn't save afterwards, so that might be a me thing. Let's just sort that out. Because we're running out of slime. We're running out of slime. That's cane bush, badly. So I thought I'd settled. Unless they've done it. Maybe they've done it. That's my mistake. They've just done it. So things happened fast. Yeah, I don't want sandstone at all. Yeah, this'll do, whatever. Yeah, just go up there for that. And then down here for this. Because we need slime. We've only got 4 here. We're going to need to work out a way to get through our slime problem. But we'll let them catch up on that. So, the plan here was to delete all this. Right, we've now got some more hydrogen generators. This is now at least pumping some oxygen, because we're now using more hydrogen. This is also a high pressure... That's gas vent overpressure. This should be alright here. This we can also replace. Not that it needs it at the moment. Okay, these are all on there. Is this... That's now turned off, so they're never going to get... Because the batteries are full. Yeah, we could ideally use more power. That's what we're struggling with. We'll just get to here, and then once this is deleted... You coming to do that? Nope. Okay. Someone do that, please. Okay. You're going to do up there. That's great. What are you doing off to do? Picked up gold. Oh, that's fine. So they do, because I put a sweep order in as well. And then we'll have another one of these, please. There. Thanks. 9 that as well. Not that that matters just at the moment. Yeah. Can you do this automation, please? Thanks. Doesn't really matter because we sort of want to burn off the hydrogen anyway, so it doesn't really hurt if we're not burning it off. But that means that we can at least get through here. We're getting a little few... Who's starving? Why are you starving? Get some food. Yeah, oxygen's down a bit. We only consume 9. That's okay, but we should be okay. Yeah, the carbon dioxide is starting to push into the area. We're making oxygen up here still unaffected by the pain, because that's going to go down there and gradually make its way into the hydrogen tank. See, this is not just hydrogen in here though, right? It is just hydrogen at the moment, actually. We could, because this filter here is oxygen. But this is actually anything else at the moment. So we're just lucking out at the minute that that's just hydrogen. Is that literally just hydrogen? Yeah, because they haven't been back in there for a while. So if we were to... We could just lock this door and lock this door so that they never go in there again. Then theoretically, there's nothing but hydrogen. Okay, so there should be nothing but hydrogen into here. Just wondering whether we just stack up another... But that's not the problem. The problem is here. The problem is this has got nowhere to put the things. It's not that they're not creating oxygen. It's got there nowhere to put anything that's not oxygen. That's what the problem is. So we need another storage device. Sadly, because we've got so much hydrogen. So I need somewhere else to put yet another hydrogen tank. There isn't a lot of space. There's not space there. Where else can I put a hydrogen tank? I mean, we could just put it in the wall here. I mean, that's the answer. That's actually the answer. Okay. We don't want to join these two things together, though. So you, congrats. Yeah, not that. Let's do, oh yeah, whatever. That'll be fine. Let's build that. Let's just dig this out, please. That's great. This is very important, please. Do this right now. Good, they'll get that done. We've got some booties, potentially. Show me your booties. Great. Bright Slug Corner. Slightly different drywall. Fantastic. We could do some more drywall. I mean, that doesn't hurt. It improves the general look and feel. This here, for example. Why don't we do a nice little bit of drywall? Oh, look, we got that one. This one? Why not this one? What's that made out of? That's great. Decor plus 20. Right, great. Ooh. Beautiful. Right, they can do that. Right, meanwhile down here, this isn't happening yet. They can't get in there at the minute because I've locked that. That's fine. So this is sad because I don't really want to do this, but that will then let them get in there. It's going to let out huge, well, some plumes of heat because this is protecting it. And then once they're done that, let's get this started. Get the tile started to be made, and then this, we need to rebuild that somewhere here for now. That's great. And then the pipe needs to be made from igneous rock, and we'll make that pipe go, we'll take it down here, across here, and into there. That's great. Yep, good. And then what's this, Shift F2? I never pressed that, so let's do that. Oh, that's handy. So this then can just go up, straight up here to that. Terrific. Okay, all these things should happen, and we'll worry about the deconstruction once we've got some construction. Right, meanwhile, over here, they built that like lightning, which is great. Where's the temperature? Well, it doesn't really matter. The temperature's all... Have we got anything decent coming in here? 1 mealwood seed. I mean, why not? That just goes straight into the fish. But that's fine. Good, we've built this. So that means... What's this given off? Is that chlorine? Flipping... Does this palm leaf give off chlorine? Probably. Okay, change of plan. Again, why not? 8. Okay. Ladder. You. No, you and you. Deconstruct you. As a 9. Deconstruct you. As a 9. That's great. And then we're going to dig that. Also as a 9. Please. Okay, that's great. Build those. That's terrific. Well done in your little suit. I just realised where you have to go from to get to the suit. You have to go all the way through here. Have we actually got any oxygen in here? Barely. It's going to be close. I mean, ironically, this one is doing a better job of that one. So we could just do that for a minute. There we go. That will at least, because we need the air in the suits, otherwise they can't do anything. Okay, did they dig that? That's good. Great. So then we're going to deconstruct this as a 9, please. And then this, we're going to build that. That's what we're going to do. Great. Once they've done that, we can start building the other bits. Because I don't want all the chlorine coming in. I know it'll mix and it's fine, but we might as well just avoid it if we can. Picked up the bleach stone, that's fine. Bleach stone is fine. This will happen eventually. Not quite sure. No power, that's fine. You can still unlock it. So 5, let's just make that. Those doors can all be 7s, that's fine. Once they're unlocked, then they can go and get that bit done. How's our cooling loop doing? Is the cooling loop running? It is not, because this is only 29 degrees. That's fine. That's okay, good. That's working fine. It is quite fun for those who don't know. The pipes will just run in the right direction with no pump required. If there's no... if it's just a closed loop, the pipes will just keep running, whatever. Speaking of... That's good. We've got plenty of water up here. Yeah, that's fine. This is all working well. So we got water is not a problem in source. Power is not a problem, which is why we're not getting through the hydrogen. So we need to start doing more power, which we'll do eventually. Right, they've done that. Good. Right, now, can we build these two things here? Might have to go like that to get to there. That's fine. They don't need that one. Again, 8, so that's fine. So they'll get to there. I'm building these tiles to push it this way. So hopefully, let's just do that one first, please. Yeah, the suits, they're going to need more oxygen than that. Yeah, the oxygen is starting to creep away. They're eating... Yeah, barely breathable, unbreathable. Yeah, this is not great. We need to get rid of this carbon dioxide. Which this isn't doing enough of, because it's not finding its way down to there. I wonder whether we just need a carbon skimmer here as well. We've got tons of power. Power is not a problem. Power and water we don't have a problem with. Let's stick a carbon skimmer just here for now. 720. Yeah, that's fine. Pop that on there. And then the water is just going to need, yeah, 1 in, 1 out. That's fine. Water's not a problem. In fact, water can come straight from here, because that's the nasty water anyway. Because this is using this water. I wonder if we should be using this water. Because this water is non-germy. Okay, change of plan, team. This pump... Okay, right. Good. Pause while I think. Okay, so Shift F2. Right, that pump is not controlled. Because this pump is the one that's filling that up. That's okay, so that pump's not controlled. Right, this then... Game can continue. This pump is the one we want to now fill all of this, because this is going just into here. All it's doing is oxygen. That's it. All it's doing is oxygen and all the carbon skimmer. Congratulations. Right. You now win the chance to go over. That doesn't need to be a bridge anymore. If we dribble some water, is it the end of the world? It is not. You deconstruct as a 9. Good God. Right. Great. Okay, then this pipe is going to go to there. And then it's also going to go to here. Then we're going to have a liquid bridge, which is going to wander us across to there. And this pump can probably disappear. Great, you can deconstruct as a 7. We don't need this power wire either, because we don't need that anymore. That's already been built, so that's fantastic. This is then splitting this. So this water is being used for oxygen as well as being degermed and stuff like that. It's getting split about 1,000 ways, but that doesn't matter. Great. So now that's done that, then what we can do is this pipe here is just as good. Into there, and then this pipe comes out and then goes in there. Great. Okay, that will then skim everything we need. Right, how are we doing down here? This is good. Build that. Great, they can build that. If they built that one from there, then in theory they should be able to deconstruct this one. 8s are good, because 8s are getting it done. Again, oxygen, bit of a problem, but we're just about keeping on top of it. Yeah, they're trying. It's just so much hydrogen. We're at least burning some extra hydrogen now. That's fine. I'd rather store the hydrogen. Why are you getting... It's just there's some extra old carbon dioxide in here and a bit of polluted oxygen in here just from old days. So we don't need to go in here anymore. Lock that. And lock that, please. These are now in here, so that's getting that done. Bit toasty in there, though, isn't it? Yeah. We're stacking up the plastic. All is well. How are the hatches doing? Yeah. We've got a drowning hatchling. And yeah, lots of eggs. So we're good. We got some meat on the menu. How are we doing for tablets? This takes water and coal. I mean, we've got so much of... We've got... Yeah, just water. It's just got so much water. Just do... 50 is... just do... That's 20 tons, which is fine. And a kilo, 1,000 grams. Yeah, I mean, geez. Yeah, just do that. Immuno booster, that takes those. We got 19 kilos of that as well. Look, those vitamin chews. I mean, they just... Okay, great. Just do 20 more of those, please. I mean, 1,000 grams. Just do 50 of them, please. Allergy, we don't care about. Medical packs. We need one for phosphorite and a kilo of that. Okay, let's have just 25 more of them then, please. We should totally be doing all of these. That we can't do that until we got those. Great. We should definitely have all these things. This is the sick bay. That's fine. Can't do a different sick bay. It's the triage belt. The thing, that's if they're really sick. They're getting massaged like nobody's business. Stress isn't too bad. Right, okay. Meanwhile, this is now skimming some carbon. So this will be pumping out quite a bit of water. So this is going to become a thing, but that's okay because that's going back into there. That then gets looked at after that, which is fine. So, but we should be at least starting to... Yes, instantly the carbon is now being skimmed down to here. This then doesn't even need to be here. But it doesn't matter, it'll get it down to there. Once it gets down to there, then this will start chucking out those. So this, we might have solved that problem for the moment. Meanwhile, over here, build those, please. Get rid of that. It's great. And then we can seal it up and then dig in from the other side and put in another tank, which will then save us some time. You see, it's just, yeah. That's now full. So there's hope. But that's okay. So now that's full. This is then going up to there, which is then repopulating the base. We don't want to put the overpressure vents in up here because they'll get popped eardrums if there's too much stuff. This is now chucking out water because yeah, it just is. Because momentarily that was low. This is good. Stability is beginning to be resumed. Right, so the panic is over for that. We haven't got a rocket yet, and we need to think about rockets. Because I would like to launch a rocket, because that sounds like fun. Let's have one of those, please. Available, 44.999999999. Good. Right, how we doing? Let's get this done, please. Great. Oh, in fact, they can... What was the alert? Oh, meteor showers, that's fine. Food is decayed, that's okay. Tons of fried mushroom, that's good. Hopefully got some meat. Got some we got 21,000 barbecue, so meat is now hopefully on the menu. This is actually filling up because we're not using it enough. We have so much water in the base. Eventually, I'm going to deal with this because this is not a terrific place. Okay, bedrooms. My mind palace is more like a mind shed just at the moment, so who knows where we are. We've got our infinite storage is still working. We can sweep on that. Not quite sure why we've got water here at all, but let's just deal with that. Again, I actually don't know why we got water there. Oh, it came out because of the pipe. I know why, because I broke that pipe, didn't I? So that's fine. Yeah, there's no way we're going to get enough temp. We need to get this, and I think this here is just, yeah, we got too much water here. Is it you giving out water? No, you emit steam, that's right, and then that's, yeah, it's not hot enough to get rid of it. So we need to get all these made, that's fine. Which they're going to do. We're going to seal this in. This just needs to be awaiting sandstone. Why are we doing that? That's the question we want to know. Everyone is asking themselves. Cancel all of that, please. And then please make that out of granite. Great. And then we can actually make it. This switch is connected, I take it. It is. That switch is connected. That's great. This is waiting gold amalgam. All these things. Granite, that's fine. So they're getting there. They'll get to that. Have these been built? They have. Right, so then we can build these. Like that, please. Get that built, and then we can start digging in from the other side. We get some free, lovely, delicious slime as well. We'll actually dig through here and just make it a complete thing. This is pointless because... Well, no, we'll leave it there, because if we ever do cut through there, which we could just do... I mean, we could cut through this side and just clear that all out. First aid kit. Already rummaged. Okay, yep. Critter Fluxomatic. Not quite sure what that does. I think you put critters in one side and you get something out the other. Not quite sure what it does. Again, don't know what any of these things do, but we're trying. We've got so much power. We've got power to burn now. We got... Ooh, that's decor, yeah. We got all this hydrogen. We got all this natural gas. Well, we haven't got natural gas there, but it is, look at this. It's just rammed full of natural gas. Yeah, and then we've got some spare natural gas here. Which actually, this must be full, right? Yeah. That's going down to that natural gas generator, which we're not even using. So, and petroleum, we've got... My god, we've got so much power, which is crazy. Let's have another mesh tile here. It's going to get hot, but not stupid hot. Is that right? Yeah, this is going through at 79 degrees. This is just not getting hot enough. 65. Or not getting cold enough. Maybe we need 2 of those. Do we need... Well, we've got so much power. We could totally do that. Is that crazy? Is this... Am I insane? Is there not enough oil in there? No, there's enough oil. Could we do that, do you think? Okay, this vent... Deconstruct that now, please. Yep. And then automation. Yep, we can just delete all that spare automation wire. Get that back. Get a little bit of material back. Okay, they've done all that, so now this can be sealed up. Why is that not powered? That's not powered because of that. 840, that's not enough. 1200, we can put it on you. That doesn't matter. 720, we can definitely put it on you. Yeah. Yeah, do that. That's right. So they're going to build those. They're going to get rid of the ladders. That's fine. They soon built that. That's great. Wait and go amalgam. Yeah. Oh, not quite sure what was worrying there, but it stopped being worrying, so we'll move on with our lives. Okay, catch up, guys. Right, over here we're good. Right, you. Be a tile. Go through to there. Oh, stupid sandstone again. That's because I copied it. Granite again. A little bit of extra decor. You go through to there, and then you go through to there. And then that's going to be built like this. Yeah, then we're going to dig all of this, please. That's great. And then we're going to go deconstruct buildings only as an 8. There, there, there. That's great. What priority is all this? No, no, this all needs to be an 8, please, just so we can get some things going. Then we can deconstruct buildings as an 8 as well. Through to there, through to there. Right, let's see what they do with that. That'll take them a few seconds just to get through that. That'll let some things out, but that doesn't matter. This can be deconstructed as an 8 as well. Terrific. Actually, that doesn't need to be deconstructed at all. Leave that one there, that's fine. Okay, we'd have a nice little tile. Okay, things are happening. Once that's done, we'll have one of these in here, please. That'll be great. And then this pipe can go into there, and then... No, don't do that. And then we'll go into there for now. Cancel that. We'll go from here. So this is coming out of this one. Technically it's coming out of that one, which doesn't matter because it'll just flow. So this is going to go like 7 ways, but that's fine. In there, and then into there like that. Great. Yeah, they can't reach that at the minute, but they'll be able to reach it in a minute once they've dug all that. Look at the speed they dig these things. That's fine. Let's get rid of that. Got rid of that. It's great. Lots of weird gases floating around. That's not too bad. Just carbon dioxide. This, again, is still not because this... We've still got too much carbon dioxide up here. This is desperately trying to get rid of it as much as it can. This is getting rid of it from down here as well. The level of carbon dioxide is now dropping here. This hasn't got a... This we could do with one of these here. Actually, we could do one of these. Let's make you... Yeah, iron is fine. There and there, just to let the air swap, because it can't... The carbon dioxide can't get out of these rooms because it's trapped. But the air tiles will sort that out. How's the temperature? Is great. This is now down to 29. That's good. It's not over 30, so that's great. Now here... They can't reach that because this is in the way. This can be a 6, that's fine. It's great, they're going to get some iron. Doesn't matter if we leak into the chlorine here. That's all fine. Right, these can be new bedrooms at some point, and we can start having some more duplicants. But in order to do that, we're going to need to dig through there. So this can actually be sealed shortly. But what we're going to do is we're going to dig... We're going to do this through to here. Idleness, that's fine. Cancel that. They can dig this like this. They're probably going to need to walk along the top of this, which is fine. Are they going to get trapped? Probably. Is it funny? Sort of. Let's find out, shall we? What priority? I've done that. That's fine. These can be 7s. Great. Meanwhile, back down here, how are we doing here? This is now sealed. Okay, this... is disabled by the automation grid. What have we got in here? Not a lot. Let's just enable that for now. Good. This is now sealed. It's probably still roasting hot in here. As much as I hate it, we're going to deconstruct this. I hate the fact that we've lost some materials, but there you go. Okay, this is now good. We don't need to go in here anymore. This can now be locked. Okay, that's good. So they can't get in there anymore. And they don't need to. This will now let water through. We've got 124 kilos. That's fine. So that's too much water. We've now got a much smaller space for things to happen. This is all just carbon dioxide. There's a lot of it. No, there's not. There's only 2 kilos. Okay, that's fine. A little bit of hydrogen here. Okay, we're going to trim this down and stick our... hopefully... Good God, they absolutely destroyed that so fast. Okay. Right, where's my power? This... I went to all that effort to do that, but now we don't need to do that anymore. We're going to have to rethink how we do our power. It doesn't hurt if the power line... Oh, it's just a nightmare. Well, it's hideous. We'll sort that out in a minute. We also need this pipe here. Was going to be the water pipe. Which it still can be, we just don't need that bit. Right, let's have a think about how we want to do this. This theoretically could all just disappear now. As much as I hate it. Alright, let's do this. This is on buildings, right? Yeah. There we do, that'll do for now. They'll start getting rid of all these old tiles. We'll probably need to put back in other things. This can be deconstructed. This can be deconstructed. How are we doing over here? Have we connected that yet? They can't beat... No, they can't reach that because... Okay. Then they can do that. And then finally, we'll have some space. This is all actually totally free now, which is crazy to me. But that's fine. That's good, obviously. I mean, this actually now can be deconstructed. Like that. And then that could just solve that. And so, yeah, we've solved our immediate oxygen crisis. Now below here, look. So this is now, we don't have, got little blips of carbon dioxide. There's a little tiny bit of hydrogen made its way out, but that's fine. Once they get in there, they can build that. Just build that quickly. They're letting a bit of carbon dioxide in there, but that's okay. That's great. Good. Now lock that up. Good. And suddenly... we have spare hydrogen. Because there's only hydrogen going in there, and all of a sudden, we suddenly are free from our... Well, momentarily free from our hydrogen. Taku, not fed. Okay, what's your boggle? What's currently set in here? Fungal spore, mealwood seed. Okay, what else do you eat? Algae, we haven't got any algae. You might just have to go hungry. Maybe we... Temperature. Is it too hot? What do you like to... 10 to 30. And it's exactly 30. Okay. Well, there's a fungal spore. So maybe the cooling loop just needs to be... You see, it's not... Maybe we extend this cooling loop a bit. And we just make it 25 instead. Okay, let the lag of the game go. There we go. Have a sip of tea. Watch where you put your cup down so you don't tip it all over your desk. Right, this radiant liquid pipe. I wonder if we just do a bit of extra plumbing. And we just send it down through here. Because it is quite toasty here, but it's not that toasty. However, let's just do it. Let's just do it, because it feels right. It feels right anyway. So we're going to come from here. We could make it rebel radiant. It's just expensive. Let's just go insulated liquid pipe for a moment. We're going to go down to here. Like this. Actually, we'll go down to here. Like this. And then we're going to go radiant liquid pipe. Lead is fine, because it's not going to get that stupidly hot. We've got tons of lead, actually. Let go through here. Back through here. I've got to get back to there, and then insulated liquid pipe again. We're going to go... God, they've got so much time on their hands. Straight through here. And that needs to end up joining into there. Great. And then this gets cut off there like that. This is then going to chunter through there. We'll magically turn the other thing on in a moment. Yeah, can they get to that? They can't quite get to that, can they? Do I want to join this up? I don't. I definitely don't want to join this up. Don't do that yet. Yeah, we really don't want to join this up. So you need to be a tile like this. And you need to be a tile... Oh, God, it's still sandstone, isn't it? Keep doing that. Keep doing that! Okay, let's do that there. That's fine. We could actually do this all the way down. It won't hurt. Because this will be good anyway. This is going to let a little bit of oxygen out, but that's fine. Let's go down. It's going to let all sorts of nasties out. Let's pop that tile in like that. Yep. This. Have another one of those. Another one of those. That's fine. Let's let that happen. Then this. They've already built that, my God. Okay, right, fine. So then here. Go in here. Dig this out. And then this insulated liquid pipe. Join that to there. That's great. They can't get to there because life. They should be able to get to that then. Let's just do that. Who knows if they get trapped. This will be fine. Once that's drained, we can open that up in a minute. This is just filling up. They can't get to that because that's in the way. Auto this. This is going to do all sorts of weird and wonderful things to the mealwood. But that's alright. Slime is sort of stabilizing somehow. Look how quick this is filling up. We're not using... We need to build a hydrogen rocket. That's what we need to do. We could build a hydrogen rocket because we have so much hydrogen because of all our oxygen generation. My lordy, lordy, lord. Yeah, that's that battery down the bottom there. Well, we got space for yet more storage. Maybe we just buy ourselves a bit of time. I'm totally doing this. This is insanity. But we're just doing this for a moment. This, then... is going to come. And then this one is going to go into there. Good God. Okay. And then this, we can just chop that off for now. That'll empty. And once that's emptied... Right. Too busy looking at that. Okay, right. This is coming on. Want some of this, please. Not sandstone. Want to be able to go across there. Thank you. Great. We can deconstruct buildings. Great. Okay, also I've got so many projects on the go at once. So the carbon skimming is doing a fine. Yeah, the oxygen's starting to leak into there. This is good. This is good. This is all fine. They can now get across there. This can now be tile. That's great. Good. Sweep, please. Let's get rid of the lag. Oh, we've got some lovely iron ore as well. Yeah, just sweep all that. Get that into the centre of the base. Okay, good. Everything all right up here? Yeah, I haven't been checked up here for a while. This can actually now become... We could actually just deconstruct that as a 9, please. And then we can totally... Because we now got plastic. We can make a high pressure vent. Once they get there. Yeah, they don't like being idle, you see. They're not a fan of idle. Good. Make one of those, please. What were you? Yeah, 9. Just get that made. It's good. Again, you don't want high pressure vents in the base because they'll just they'll pop their little eardrums and they don't like it. Okay, that's going to be built. Well, that can't be built from that way. We could just build it from this side and be done with it. Don't want to accidentally let... Well, they can't get through there. They can't get through there. We're going to copy that to there and there. That's fine. So we'll just let them... They can do this as a 6. They can come down here like that. And then they can build that. Why not? Doesn't matter. Oh, toilet use. I think that was just a lot of toilet use. But that's okay. Technically, we've got wrong element damage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, nightmare, 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 nightmare. I've been an absolute spanner. We just put oil. Right, this is an emergency. I've just put oil in the toilets. Right. Okay, everything stop. Everything stop. I just put oil in the toilets. Okay. There's the title. I just put oil in the toilets. Okay. Okay, where's my piece of paper? Here we go. Oil in toilets. It's what happens when you cross the streams. Right, let's deal with some stuff here. First, that needs to happen. That needs to happen. Okay. That needs to happen, and that needs to happen. Right. Okay, we've saved that. Now, this... We need to plumb that, plumb that, plumb that, and plumb this. And plumb all of that, please. Immediately. Yeah. Okay, and this. We need to stop this from going across because there's oil in the pipe. Yeah. Here. Yeah, and then plumb all this, please. Okay, now plumbing it, they should... Oil. Oh, it's oil. Now we're going to need a filter. Well, let's just deal with one thing that we can deal with at a time. There's no oil in there. Wow. What a mistake to make her. Alright. Okay. Let's just see what we do. Oh, it's going to go back that way. That's fine. Where's that going to end up? Okay. This doesn't need to be plumbed anymore, so we can cancel that, but we can plumb all of this. Also, stop this. Come here. They're going to need the toilet and everything. This is going to be a nightmare. This is just going to be an endless plumbing nightmare. Yeah, showering in oil is not going to do you any good. Let's just get this all done. I've only got so many plumbers, unfortunately. Okay, plumb this as well, please. Yeah. But I want to see all the... Okay, that's good. Yeah, get rid of... Plumb all this. I know it's an emergency, I'm sorry. But I need you to get rid of... Okay, that one can be cancelled. That one can be cancelled. Yeah. Yeah, you've done your plumbing there. That's great. Plumb all that. Keep plumbing. Yeah. Okay, good. You keep plumbing. Just going to keep plumbing till it's all gone. Okay. You're going to finally plumb that. Okay. What's left alert? Oh. Okay, the lavatory doesn't need to be... Okay. Okay. Okay, right. Okay. Now, we need to very quickly re-plumb in everything. So, sorry, I went quiet then again, but I was just dealing with the issues of... I'm just going to belabor the point. Sink. Contents. Water. Polluted water and water. That's fine. Water. Yeah. I just want to make sure there's no oil lingering in the showers. Polluted water is fine. Okay, this is what happens when you do terrible things. Okay, right, then we can reconnect this. Because we need to get some water in there. This can then go to there. This is safe now to reconnect there. So we'll now have flushing toilets again. And flushing... Fortunately, I don't think we actually ran out of water. That'll then come through to here. And then we've just got an oil issue here. Pardon me. And then we will sweep all the nastiness away. And I think we've somehow dodged the bullet a little bit. I mean, they're going to be stressed now. Yeah, it's not too bad. So now we're back to here. What an absolute mistake. That was horrific. Okay, good. So while we're at it, I'm looking at this, so let's do the plumbing. God, that was terrible. Yeah, never just draw your pipes like I just did. Spanner. Right, okay. They're dealing with that. They're dealing with this. This is... Oh, that was momentarily green. Yeah. We momentarily got something that wasn't carbon dioxide. Woohoo! Right, good. We've got so much of everything. Right. This is probably overheating now. Yeah, it's getting pretty close. We've got steam going in here, which is good. Right, you... What have you got in here? We've nearly got just steam in here. You can just... go off. Right. So we're going to deconstruct buildings at a 6. Get rid of these things. Like that. And then we'll start building our steam turbine again. We also want some spare... Yeah, it's raining, you see? Because it's good, it's good. This is good. This is what we want. This is now getting hot. Okay, so then we'll have our power, our steam turbine again. Definitely made out of this stuff. And can we do that there? We can. Right, so last time we can have one there, and we'll have the one in the middle to start. One of those, please. That's great. Then the power line is currently just after the lag. Going across there. This power line can be adjusted. Yep. Can just be there like that. And we can deconstruct that bit. That's great. Then this power line can be iron for now. They can go across there like that. And then we can deconstruct. Power lines only, yep. To there. To there. And there. And then here, heavy watt wire, deconstruct. And then here, heavy watt wire, deconstruct. Right, what was the north? That was just meteor showers again. They can't get to there. They're totally getting down to this. This is great. Why not? Just to finish it off, makes it look tidy. Here, they're doing some sweeping, which is great. Once they've done with the sweeping, then what we'll do is we'll have an airflow tile of iron is fine. We'll have a couple of those. So we'll have one here and one here. They're eventually going to need some here and here, but we'll just leave that for now. It should be all right. That'll be okay as long as we don't dig these out yet. That's fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get ventilation and we're going to get a pump like this. We're going to stick a pump here in the middle. We are just going to power that and vent. Just gas pipe is just going to vent this into there, please. We need a power line for that. That's fine. What are you? You've only got 480 on you anyway. We're going to build that out of iron. They're probably not going to be able to build that unless we clear this out, so we can dig this through here like that. That's fine too. They can build all that. That's great. And that's just going to pump and pump and pump and pump and pump until we finally get rid of all that. And then we can cut back in once it's cleared that out into a vacuum. There'll be a little pop as their little ears pop, but then we'll have some bedrooms, so that'll be good. This is going to be built. That's going to be destroyed. That's fine. Do they need to be able to bob along here? Yes, they do. Great. Granite is fine. Isn't that already a ladder there? Oh well, they're just going to replace the ladder with another ladder. That's fine. Okay, here. Look at that. Thing of beauty. Great. Oh no, gas pipe. Deconstruct gas pipe. Good. We have so much hydrogen. We need a hydrogen rocket very soon. We've got plenty of hydrogen power supply. In fact, we could probably just work off hydrogen now, essentially. Which is great. I mean, we've got some backup storage of what could be hydrogen. Terrific. This is our water that's going through to there. This water is now hopefully germ-free. So these are full anyway. So let's just deconstruct that. Are you germ-free? You are germ-free. You are germ-free. Wait for the lag. You are germ-free. Good. Okay. Please go there and fill up. Yep. Fill up our pipe here that no longer has a pump in it. This is now using this water, which we have got plenty of. We're getting on top of our... Look at this. This is great. This is a bit of a problem here. There's no airflow, but I don't want airflow. Because this needs... Yeah, this will dribble down this hill and fall into here, which is great. We could actually use a sweepy here, you know. Why don't we... We've got power line here. 965... 1085, 840. How much does Sweepy use? 240 for Sweepy's dock, but only occasionally. This is using for that, for that, and this is onto here. 820, 840. Do you know what? This can actually go on there, and then this can be deconstructed from that. This now only has 845. But that's also only when this is being used, and when that pump is being used, and when this is being used. Is this on its own little coal? It is, isn't it? Its own precious little coal. That's fine. Okay. Let's get rid of this. And then what we'll do is... This is on automation, right? Yep. We will put in another little sweepy here. It's not going to clean all this up. But do we care about... I don't think we care anymore about this airlock. Because this is getting dealt with. This is getting... I think we're going to deconstruct this airlock. Actually. And what we're going to do is we're then going to deconstruct this as well. And this. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a sweepy in here. Just at the bottom here. So here's sweepy. Let's have a new sweepy. Nice lead sweepy. We'll pop him in here. And I think he just collects, right? Doesn't matter what he collects. Yeah, he just dumps a load of stuff in. Make you a 6. Make you a 6. Hey, another sweepy. Great. And that'll just deal with all this stuff. And pop that back in its box, and that's been neater and tidier. Hey, don't fall off the edge. Great. New printer. Lovely. Copper, thank you. Right, is this now pumping? This is now pumping, so we need to deal with this. And that tile needs to be a 9. I need to watch someone do it so they don't try and dig it from the bottom. And we're just going to empty everything. All this. Ooh, chlorine, yes please. That can happily... This pipe is definitely the pipe to the world, right? Or pipe to the atmosphere, that's fine. They might get high pressure for a moment, but that'll be alright. That'll get rid of it. Yeah. We've rescued our oxygen situation. I definitely don't want that to go the wrong way, which it shouldn't. Because, yeah, that's fine. Let's go into a filter. We've got so much gas. Yeah, this should be getting pretty close now. Yeah, we got steam in. We got steam. Right, okay. No liquid output. We nearly got steam again. This is this one. Let's not mix our pipes again, because that went well, didn't it? Okay, this then is going to go straight to there. Liquid bridge. To there. Great. And then this is already on the power line, right? Yeah, why are you red? Wow. We finally reached the limit of our power backbone. Never thought that would be the case. Current load is 5, but a potential 21. Well, there you go. Interesting. Interesting. Is there a better heavy watt conductive wire? 50. I bet that costs a lot. 100 kilos a lump. Well, let's see what happens. We could nearly take some of these. I'm tempted to actually just take the... What happens if I just disconnect that? 2106. Because we don't need the coal now. We've got so much. We can soon reconnect that if required. We're just on hydrogen, really, and now petroleum. We don't need the petroleum on... We could save the petroleum for other use. It's actually the use, it's not the load. Interesting. That's fine, they can be reconnected. Just going to leave them like that for now. This is just going to be disabled and disabled for now. Right, this steam temperature is below 125. It is trying. And this, I think, we can set that to even a measly 25. Because we don't want a lot of water, we want all steam. You see that? You see that? That puffed. My steam turbine. Puffed. Not enough steam. Can we see where the steam temperature is? Ooh! It was enough steam, but not enough, quite enough. Wow. This is good. What's your problem? Overloading. Uh-oh. What's you? Whoa, okay, I've joined things up. Okay, that's fine. Maybe that's what the problem is. Okay. 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 Alright, now. Okay, now this... I mean, it's still... we got to think... there's just always something, right? Repair errand, that's fine. Iron ore, that's fine. Okay. I think we will call that a moment. We are clearing out this. This is nearly a vacuum now. There's nothing... So we've got some new bedrooms that we can look at. Where are we? There we go. Wrong buttons. Okay, our base is quite expansive, quite untidy. There's a lot of interest going on. We got so much flipping natural gas. Why is there so much natural gas here? Who knows? I don't know why there's so much natural gas there. Is there another geyser somewhere? Who knows? Either way, the base is expansive. I'm going to hopefully have some new bedrooms shortly, which will then mean that we can have some more duplicants, although a lot of them are idle at the moment, but it's going to be space. I feel we've got so much spare power, hydrogen and petroleum and things like that. I think we're going to stop dealing with this. The metal refinery might be something we worry about, but we can always bash it manually. We've got tons of duplicant power at the moment. I think next episode is going to be space. But I can't. I would like to get rid of this oil problem here. Don't know what happens if we put oil into the thing there, but we'll worry about that in a minute. I don't know whether you can choose. No, you can't choose. You just get water, so we'll have to worry about that. All right, there we go. Mostly moist carries on being mostly moist. We seem to be on top of our eggs, though, which is good. So meat is on the menu, definitely. So look at them. They're collecting as we speak, picking the meat up. All right, good stuff. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am stressing out over it. And I look forward to seeing you down here in Mostly Moist next time.